Easy tribe, it's Dusty Ohms, and I'm going to look at some JST plugins today that I've been sent. One of them is a clipper and the other one is called Sub Destroyer, which is a synthesizer. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've made a little drum loop with some bits and bobs, and I'm going to show you what you can do with the clipper in a kind of subtle manner. So I'm going to drop that straight into the project there, close this, and bring this up so I can see what's going on a little bit. Right, let's open this up. It's quite a simple interface, but very effective in what it does. I use things like this a lot on my drums. I like saturation and distortion. The nice thing about this is you've got a wet dry knob with a mix there. So it's pretty simple. Like I say, you've got this that drives it, and you've got a little button that times the drive by 2, a bypass button, and a trim in case the signal gets a bit loud. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it set to 100% so you can hear it in its full entirety, and then we'll dial it back once we get a sound we like. So I'm going to play the drum loop from the start and slowly dial this in. I'm going to stick it on ×2 from the start because I want to really drive it. So yeah, let's click this and dial some in. See, for me around there's a nice mark because you can hear the kick kind of distorting a little bit, which gives it some crunch, and all the drums, like the snares and the hats, are nicer and crunchy there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to play that again and then we'll dial the mix down. You can see the outputs getting a little bit hot, but by the time we pull this back, it should be quite nice. So you can hear there, and you can see if you look at the meter, you're not adding too much gain, but you're getting a lot more clarity and a lot more punch for them drums. So yeah, really nice plug in there, showing that in quite a subtle way. And then the next thing we're going to look at, I've got a few instances of it ready to drop in the project, but I want to show what it does first. So let's drop a Sub Destroyer straight into the project and open it up. If you go to this trigger mode, I think the main purpose of this plugin is to kind of do a sub drop. So you've got a start frequency, you've got an end frequency where you want it to end up, and you can pick by frequency and it shows you the note, which is pretty handy, and your length. And if you press this fire, you get a big sub drop. You've got different waveforms there as well, so let's make that a bit longer with a triangle. So the way I've used it in this project for my own music is I'm just using it for a big fat sub, and I've also, you can use it in poly mode. I've drawn a nice little chord. So let's open these up, get rid of this browser for a minute. So I'm going to leave the clipper on the drums, and then I'm going to unmute this on the chord. So I'll open that back up again there, and you'll see in the MIDI mode I've turned on polyphonic and the portamento right up, and I'm using that on a triangle wave. And you can automate any of the parameters with this little clip there, and I've just automated the low pass slightly just to give it a little bit of a movement there. So let's see how this sounds. And as you can hear there, I've added a little bit of reverb on the send, and I've side chained it to the kick, so it kind of sucks it a little bit. But yeah, really nice sounding oscillators, and with the frequency modulation it's really nice. So let's turn that back onto a triangle. And then the next thing I've got layered up here, which I'm going to show you both in action together, is got a bass line, and we've got another sub destroyer there, and this one's just a very simple melody. And we've added, let me open that back up again. If you look at the output, I've added some of the harmonic enhancement, and it just makes it nice and warm. So have a listen to this sub. So yeah, you can write some really nice, juicy sounding subs there. And what I've also done is I've set up a parallel channel, and I've carved all the lows out. And then on top of the sub destroyer, I've also added another clipper with it ×2, maxed out 100%, just so we can add some crunch on the top end of that already nice, juicy bass line. So I'll play it with just the sub, and then I'll unmute this parallel channel halfway through. So to wrap that up, both nice and simple, but get results really quickly. So if you want some more information, head over to the Joey Sturgis Tones website. That's me. I'm out. Peace.